Welcome back to Dracon's Place, the Banner Saga. Alright, let's talk to Egil. How's the arm, Egil? Find Egil just outside the camp, practicing his sword swings. Saw you taking some hard hits out there. Yeah, I'm great. Or, not great, considering everything that's I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now. But if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. Alright, I'm gonna call him Gil then. Want to let you know that I meant what I said before about making sure nothing happens to Oddleif.
I'll be right back. Stay here.
Alright, think about what to say. Let's build him up. Did he say that? That's good, I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like the Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do, and how many people are gonna get to train with a Varl? Just seems like I could be a help to someone. That's what I want to be. Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. Solid metal. Really heavy. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. Used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father I have left. Then, when my mother died, she gave it to me. Before she died. Well, she's, I just don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turning bright red. Don't worry. She can take care of herself, too. I know, I didn't mean... Easy, Gil. I know what you meant. Stay strong. I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay, I can tell. Oh, that's the map. Gotcha. Triggy! Guess I better thank you for helping us out back there. Triggy turns his head, eyes wide as though something were stalking him. Nice beard, Rook, but that's not why I'm here. Oh, okay. Why are you here? Fat clansmen. What? They eat. Don't know how to kill a thing, Rook. He rolls the R in Rook gratuitously while holding out his spear for you to inspect. Look at this thing. They grow in trees. You can make this grow a tree. My advice? Show them how to stick some pigs. Or stick a rabbit. A bird. You can stick almost anything, Rook. Any other advice? Glad you finally asked. Don't trust a man just because they have faces and use their mouths. A man will look right through his helmet and lie. Should I trust you, Triggy? Go on, Rook. Am I wearing a helmet? Okay, so don't trust people who wear helmets, is what you're saying. Sure. Have you always been this way, Triggy? Have I always been Triggy? Dumb question, Rook. Look, I hear what they say behind my back. Triggy's handsome, Triggy's brave. But you're the right man for this job. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Thank you. You think carefully on how to respond to that. I've got to go, Triggy. I get it. You all got things to do. Me? I was about to go swimming. At least you're keeping clean. Nobody comes looking for you in a pool of water, you know. Don't let me waste too much time there, okay? We'll come to get you before we leave. I'll see to it. Only if you keep your eyes open, Rook. You can't help but hope there was nothing sinister about that last comment. Yeah. Alright, auto-saving icon. Nice. Alright. I could rest, which will consume some supplies, but heal Triggy. He has 1 day left, but we're most of the way through a day anyways. -1 strength. Yeah, it's not that much. It's only 1. Not worth. You're only just outside the village when two men in red approach. My name is Hagan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Mugan. Many from the village wish to join you in Frostville. Man, these names. A third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth! Hogan, he screams. What's going on? These jerks don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True. You can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skugger. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrow-brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us. The fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. I don't want anything to do with this, say nothing. Man, once those dredge get here, there's not going to be anything. Dredge? Really? I don't know what the scam is this time, Hagen, but you have two choices. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Mugen, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Mugen drew his ass slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Don't get involved. And it doesn't actually help the villagers at all to attack these guys. Or force them to stay, because they won't really be that helpful. It's like, yeah, just let the people go. It's their choice. They're not really defending their homes. They're forcing other people to stay. I guess let's side with the brothers. Ivor steps forward, the thugs hesitate. As you pull your axe, notice that Alette is nowhere to be seen. Where's Alette? That is not great. Okay, so we got two more units. What do we got? Bloody Flail. This character strikes multiple times, randomly hitting the opponent for 1 strength or 1 armor. On the last hit, Bloody Flail does damage equal to 1+1 for each ally standing adjacent to him. This last hit will randomly damage strength or... Okay, so just random hits. 4 strikes total. Not great. By standing next to an ally, the character creates a... Okay, he has the shield wall ability. Okay. Thrasher. Okay, one has more strength, the other... Okay, so they're... like, almost identical characters. The only difference... I'm gonna go with... Mogan, I guess. What happened with Alette? That is worrying. Where is Alette? That is super worrying. Where is she? That layout sucks. Alright, they got an archer. Alright, let's use Eggy to try to... Or, let's use Gil to try to draw some of their fire. Alright. I can hit this guy for 6 right off the bat. I should have positioned him better. Alright, shield wall. Alright, we can knock this guy down. Like, just kill right off the bat. Thrasher. Alright. I could bring him in. Alright. Sweet. So I got more armor. Okay. Nice. All right. Alright. One down. Sky Striker. Alright. Ivor's turn. Just make them useless. Alright. Heavily weaken that archer. Okay. Alright, zoom it in just so I can actually see what we're dealing with. Alright, the guy in front of me has not taken a single hit. Alright. Triggy. Oh, that's not the one I meant to hit. Alright. Now I don't need the armor break. Nice. Nope. Nice. Alright. Now then, who do I actually want to give the kill to? Not him. I don't really like Triggy that much. Rook is already gonna get a bunch. However, mark the target. It gives to 2 people. Nice. The brothers thank you with wide grins. Soon many of the villagers have joined your caravan. You scan anxiously for Alette, who has gone missing when the fighting began. Eventually you find her watching from afar. Hagen returns at that moment, introducing you to his son and wife. You soon set out. 165 clansmen, 22 fighters, 10 renown, 30 supplies. Morale improved. Morale... Oh, okay. A lot of pop-ups. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village. When you stop for rest, Oddleif approaches you both. Alette, I have something for you. Oddleif has gathered up the banner from the caravan, and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you set up the banner with everything? Or, you sew up the banner with everything that's happened since we left Skogr. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? I guess I'll have to find out later, don't it? It looks that way. Oh, then that means... You're both quiet for a moment. While Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleif has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skogr throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. Thus Banner Saga. I wish she was here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this. Dredge, leaving home, and... Why did we have to kill those men in the village? I mean, it if it's okay to ask. They would have. But how do you know which ones are bad? Because the dreads are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them, I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person, please. Are you mad at me? No, I'm glad you don't want to kill people. Alette smiles at this. Then her face sinks again. I guess I would do it if I really had to. But do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know, Dad. I think you're doing a great job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together, sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, Desoria Skarger is your burden now. Okay. Well, that was quite something. Alright. How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Not at first. Sometimes when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny, my father named me Oddleif before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman. What does that even mean? People look up to you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does it feel so backwards? Sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this was probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happened. Huh. Why me? He always depended on you, Rook. Should be mine. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They don't want to follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. This is getting a bit complicated. You're probably... Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. I'll do my best. I think so too. Listen, I know drag this out. The truth is my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. To be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts a hand on your shoulder. She heads back to the camp. Morale improved. +5 renown. Sweet. Mark it. Alright. Let's take care of this prep stuff. Alright, Triggy got a level. As did Oddleif. I don't really like Oddleif as much. The area denial isn't as good. I feel like Alette's Thread the Needle is better. Alright. I feel like Thread the Needle is a better ability. Do I want to spend renown on Triggy? That's a question. Yeah, because Triggy's decent, but I'm not too fond of his abilities. I think I'm going to hang on to it for now. Yeah, I'm not as fond of Triggy's abilities. What? This is not what I wanted. I did not want a mock battle. Excuse me. I did that on accident. I thought that was a market. Oh, man. This text is not really all that legible. Training tent allows you to test your party against a team of clansmen of equal power. Training fights never injure your allies or grant renown, but they do let you test strategies in safety, give you hints about playing efficiently, and something to say about each ability. Come here to test new characters as they join you. Or press escape. Good job. Good job on the port, guys. Heroes, leave, rest, train. Okay, there's no market because we're just in a camp. That's correct. Alright. Let's go. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. They're still around. We have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. A few fighters. So it's a small group? I'm not going to give them supplies. I'm not going to go that route. Wish them well. You nod your understanding. Kin is kin, you say. Do what you must to protect them. The man claps you on the shoulder, and the fighters depart. +5 renown. -8. That's not too bad. Morale decline. Complaints of Rofnavatter's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulling the snag canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Look, pal. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Rofnar's leg before leading him to you. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. Ragnar groggily agrees, slurring his way through promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort or roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow you doubt it it'll be long before Rofnavatter manages to find another drink, whether you will allow it or not. Man, why do you have to be like this? Dredge! Shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's Rofnavatter, the unabashed drunk, staggering towards you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing to the trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their weapons. Scouts return with no sightings, and furious men surround Rofnavatter. I'm not gonna waste my time preparing myself just in case. Get out. The man's meager belongings and some food are thrown in a pile as everyone moves on. He's tied loosely to a tree. You expect he'll break his bonds eventually once he sobers up. Please, I swear! He pleads to your back, finally realizing his plight. Whether his dredge were imagined or not, you don't expect to see him again. Normal morale.
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostweather now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
That was weird. Why did you have to, like, all that appear before we actually got here and then, like, lose the subtitles due to the loading screen? But the audio kept going. That is weird. You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostweather for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Oh, crap. Of course. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Oddleif finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody is being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from Blistabucker, Greyhorn, people from Beatra, all the nearby villages, the dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostweather has locked himself in his great hall. That's when the gate is closed. When the dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. I don't know what to do. It's a few of these options are just crap. Can we find out what's going on? See, a lot of people gathered around the rest is houses and gates. We could find out what they know. How could we get in anyway? They closed the gate. I can get the gate open. Let's see if there's another way before we start breaking down gates. Wasn't going to break it. Just push really hard. Okay, Ivor. So break it softly? Alright, heroes, rest, and then we have the gate. And we do have a market over here. Alright, 1 renown. Nets us. Okay. Really? That much only buys us a day's worth. Alright. Items. What do we got? +1 arm for rest. +2 aggro? That doesn't sound great. +3. Okay. +2 will. 2 will per rest. -2 aggro. None of these items are particularly good. +1 armor per rest. Okay, I see. That's not great either. Not particularly fond of most of the stuff there. Alright. Heroes. I don't think I can do anything. Triggy still needs to rest a day. Might be good to rest at this point and improve morale. Yeah. You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shut himself in his great hall. Close the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here, Oddleif. We could help them. Eagle pulls you aside. I followed the outside of city walls, and there's a water passage we could squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan, but if a handful of us could get in, we might open the gates from the inside. The rest house is overflowing with refugees, the sick, wounded, and noise. You pull the clamor of the rest house behind you. I still think we should be getting in that city, says Ivor, spying the gates on the hill. Oh man, it keeps breaking. That's very annoying. Oh, did we really lose that option? That sucks. Why would it lock us out of the option like that? We approach the gate where hundreds of people have gathered. In the trodden, bloody space in front of the door, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed as though they simply belonged there. Archers up on the wall make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below intermittently call for mercy and reason when they're not flinging stones and curses. You spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple of days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, and refused any refugees. They've got huge stores of supplies in there too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. You leave the crowds and head back towards the hill. There are a lot of people gathering around the rest house, says Oddleif. Maybe we could find help there. Or at least make ourselves useful. Oh boy. Why did that option with Eggy just vanish? I'm very much not happy about that. Did you really expect to be able to point those open? Or push those open? I'm willing to try, grunts Ivor, despite sizing up the door. It looks like they pull back an army. And when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill them, he says. I'm not sure that's the most sound plan. Yeah, we're not doing this. This is a terrible idea, you say. We don't even know how many are in there. Ivor folds his arms. Seems almost relieved that he didn't have to live up to his earlier boast. Let's try helping the wounded. Alette and Oddleif spend the day along with others in your caravan, treating wounds, most of which came from the archers at the gate. I overheard one woman that the city's been sending carts with food around, Oddleif tells you. Could be a way in, Ivor replies. Next time they send a cart, we bring it back in. Oddleif protests. Aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. Yeah, no, let's find another way. God, I don't want to get myself involved. Others are going to suffer for it soon, you say. You return what the others are doing. Alright. Alright. We're from Skogar. Open the gates, you shout to the archers, not expecting much. Get as much response as you expected. Well, we don't really have much of an option at this point, do we? After a day of argument, you'll all finally agree to digging in with the other refugees if you have to. Are you sure there's no other option, asks Ivor? Sooner or later. Let's make sure we don't miss anything. Yeah, there's no other options. All we can do is be ready. You settle in, you're not sure for how long, but you know it's the best you can do for now. Chapter 3. Little did they sleep. Well. Oh, we're switching parties. Alright, so it flips-flops between chapters. Sure. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Next time, we're going to go ahead and see what else... Alright, yeah. So, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Next time, we're going to go through Chapter 3 and see what's going on with the Varls. So anyways, going to wrap this one up here, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Bye!